Hey basketball enthusiasts, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of basketball strategies with a focus on defense. I'm excited to unravel the mysteries behind the full court press defense. If you're looking to up your game and keep your opponents on their toes, you're in the right place, so let's jump right into it. Full court press defense is a powerful tactic that can completely change the dynamics of a basketball game. It's not just about defending your basket, it's about taking control of the entire court. Here are key elements of this tactic. Pressure on the ball. Intense defensive pressure on the player with the ball to disrupt their decision-making and passing options. Trapping. Strategic trapping, often involving two defenders, to force turnovers and limit the ball handler's escape routes. Denial defense. Denying passing lanes and preventing easy ball movement, making it difficult for the offensive team to advance the ball smoothly. Rotation and communication. Constant player movement and effective communication to ensure that defenders are covering the appropriate areas of the court and switching responsibilities when needed. Transition readiness. Quick transition from defense to offense when possession changes, catching the opposing team off guard and capitalizing on turnovers. Athleticism and conditioning. Requires physically fit and agile players capable of sustaining the high energy and intensity demanded by full court press for extended periods. Smart fouling. Strategic fouls when necessary to disrupt the rhythm of the opposing team or prevent an easy basket. Coach's strategy. Implementation guided by the coach's strategic decisions, adjusting the intensity and style based on the strengths and weaknesses of both teams. Adaptability. Ability to adapt the level of press based on the game situation, the opponent's skills, and the score. Risk and reward. Balance. Understanding when to press aggressively and when to fall back to avoid giving up easy scoring opportunities. Successful execution of full court press defense requires a coordinated effort from the entire team, effective communication, and a deep understanding of the game's dynamics. Now let's break down the essential components of a successful full court press defense. It's not just about putting pressure on the ball, it's a chess game where positioning and communication play a crucial role. Here are the key strategies. Initial pressure. Apply intense defensive pressure as soon as the opposing team gains possession of the ball, starting from their inbounds pass. Man-to-man coverage. Assign defenders to closely mark specific opponents, creating a tight man-to-man defensive structure that limits passing options. Trap at strategic locations. Set up traps at key areas of the court, such as near the sidelines or corners, to force the ball handler into difficult situations and create turnovers. Anticipate passing routes. Train players to read the opposing team's passing patterns and anticipate passes, allowing defenders to intercept or deflect the ball. Double team the ball. Employ double team strategies where two defenders converge on the ball handler, increasing the chances of stealing the ball or forcing a mistake. Rotate effectively. Establish clear rotation patterns among defenders to cover gaps and ensure there are no open lanes for easy passes or drives to the basket. Communication. Emphasize constant communication among defenders to coordinate movements, call out screens, and alert teammates to potential threats. Pressure without fouling. Apply pressure on the ball handler without committing unnecessary fouls, maintaining defensive intensity while avoiding free opportunities for the opposing team. Transition awareness. Develop a keen awareness of the transition from defense to offense, allowing players to exploit opportunities for fast break points after causing a turnover. Change press intensity. Vary the intensity of the press based on the situation. Utilize full court pressure when aiming for turnovers and a softer press, or fall back into half-court defense when necessary. Control the tempo. Dictate the pace of the game through the full court press, disrupting the opposing team's offensive rhythm and forcing them into a faster, more chaotic style. Adaptability. Be adaptable and ready to adjust the press strategy based on the opponent's strengths, weaknesses, and adjustments made during the game. Understanding player roles is fundamental to a solid full-court press. Each player on the team has a specific responsibility that contributes to the success of the defense. Let's explore these roles and how they synchronize to create an impenetrable defense. Point guard, PG. Role: initiates the press and applies initial ball pressure. Synchronization: forces the ball handler to make quick decisions, setting the tone for the press. Wings, shooting guards, and small forwards have the role of guarding opposing players on the wings. Their objective is to prevent easy passes and deny sideline penetration. They work in tandem to trap ball handlers along the sidelines, creating turnovers and limiting passing options. Forwards, including power forwards and centers, guard interior players, and provide a last line of defense near the basket. They collaborate with guards to trap in the front court, forcing opponents into areas where the press is most effective. Rotating defenders are players who rotate to cover open areas or double-team the ball. They maintain constant communication to ensure seamless rotations, closing passing lanes and preventing easy ball movement. The communication leader, typically a guard or experienced player, is responsible for directing teammates and calling out plays. They guide the defense, providing timely instructions and ensuring everyone is on the same page. The ball hawk, or interceptor, is a player with a knack for stealing passes and disrupting the opponent's ball movement. They anticipate passes, intercept the ball, and trigger fast break opportunities. The trapping duo consists of two players who work together to trap the ball handler. They coordinate their movements to cut off escape routes, applying pressure without leaving gaps in the defense. The transition scorer is a player positioned to capitalize on turnovers and convert them into quick offensive opportunities. They ready themselves for fast break scenarios, adding offensive efficiency to the defensive strategy. The foul manager ensures strategic fouls are committed when necessary to disrupt the opponent's momentum. They commit fouls strategically to prevent easy baskets and reset the defense. By synchronizing these roles effectively, the full-court press defense becomes a cohesive and challenging system for opponents to navigate, creating turnovers and disrupting offensive flow. Constant communication and a deep understanding of each player's role are essential for the success of this strategy. Now let's address some common challenges teams face when implementing full-court press, and provide effective solutions to ensure your defense remains formidable. The first challenge is conditioning fatigue. Players may tire quickly due to the intense nature of full-court press. The solution is to prioritize team conditioning to improve stamina. Rotate players strategically to keep fresh legs on the court, and emphasize fitness training to enhance endurance. Foul trouble. Aggressive press can lead to players accumulating fouls, risking disqualification. Emphasize disciplined play and smart fouling. Teach players when to apply pressure without fouling, reducing the risk of giving away free throws. Effective ball handlers. Skilled ball handlers can navigate the press, minimizing turnovers. Identify key ball handlers on the opposing team and adjust the press strategy accordingly. Apply more focused pressure on these players and disrupt passing lanes. Fast break. Vulnerability. If the press fails, teams may be vulnerable to fast break opportunities. Train players to quickly transition from press to regular defense. Designate a player as a safety to prevent easy baskets in case the press is broken. Communication breakdown. In the chaos of the press, communication can break down, leading to defensive lapses. Prioritize communication drills in practice. Establish clear signals and verbal cues to enhance on-court communication. The communication leader should be vocal and directive. Overcommitting to traps. Overcommitting can leave openings in the defense if traps are not executed correctly. Emphasize discipline in trapping. Teach players when to double team and when to fall back, maintaining defensive integrity. Practice trapping scenarios to improve coordination. Offensive rebounding. Aggressive press may leave the defensive team vulnerable to offensive rebounds. Assign specific players to focus on rebounding during the press. Reinforce the importance of securing the ball before transitioning to offense. Ineffective rotations. Poor rotations can lead to open shots for opponents. Drill defensive rotations extensively in practice. Use video analysis to identify breakdowns and address them in team sessions. Encourage players to be proactive in covering open spaces. Adjusting to opponents' pace. Some opponents may deliberately slow the game to counter the press. Train the team to adapt to different paces. If opponents slow down, use the press selectively and transition smoothly to half-court defense. Lack of patience. Impatience in executing the press may lead to mistakes. Instill patience in the team. Emphasize that successful full-court press requires persistence and may not yield immediate results. Encourage players to stay focused and trust the system. By addressing these challenges through strategic training, communication emphasis, and adaptability, a team can enhance its full-court press defense and maintain its effectiveness throughout the game. As we wrap up our deep dive into full-court press defense, I hope you've gained valuable insights that will elevate your understanding of this strategic play. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful, and subscribe for more in-depth basketball analyses. If you have specific strategies you'd like us to cover in future videos, drop them in the comments below. Keep practicing, keep hustling, and we'll catch you in the next video. Stay ballin'. Thanks for watching.